Shalom, shalom. Back again. This is the brothers of Bach coming through, and hopefully this lesson would be edifying. I like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wacha Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders, apostles, and bishop of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Salutation to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel, those who are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments as the Lord has commanded us. All right, peace and blessing. So this lesson is pertaining to the prophecies, right? How the prophecies are indicators of the times. Okay, so I'll start off with 2 Ezra 4:37. By measure had he measured the times, and by number had he numbered the times, and he does not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. Speaking of the Lord, so the Lord already set up. He already knows at what time which nation is going to rule. Pertaining to the statue in the book of Daniel 2. Okay, and it says here in 2 Ezra 9:1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. So the same way that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai had measured the times, Uriel, the angel, is telling Ezra to measure the times also. So that's the same thing that we're supposed to do at this time. By measuring the times, we are able to understand in what times we're in. We know that by the fact that Esau Edom is in power, we know that we're not at the head of the statue. We know that it's not we're not in the Babylonian kingdom. Okay, we know that we're not in the Greek kingdom, the Greek Empire. We're not in the Greek Empire. Okay, we know that we're not in the Bronze Empire. And why is that? Because now the kingdom is divided. Okay, this kingdom is divided, so we know that it's part clay and part iron. Okay, and that being said, it says here, he answered me then and said, measure thou the times diligently in itself, and when thou seest the parts of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So by understanding the times, by seeing all these things happening, these signs, you understand that, okay, by all these things happening, this is the time when Yahweh Shai is coming back down, is going to pierce the clouds and show himself, reveal himself unto the world, all right? His great entrance into the world, okay? By the signs that we're seeing. And we know that we're close because of the signs. We're paying attention. We're meditating on prophecy day and night, okay? Bringing forth what's happening. We're at the end of the day, prophets or newscasters or spiritual newscasters, and bringing forth what's happening throughout the world. Okay, we're making it shown, we're making it visible, we're making it plain upon tables. All right, seeing that these things that are happening right now are the signs of Yahweh Shai's coming back on the earth. All right, and it says here in Luke 21:29, and he spake to them a parable. Behold, the fig tree and all the trees, when they are now when they now shoot forth, ye see and know that your own selves that summer is now nigh at hand. Likewise, yea, when ye see the things come to pass, ye know that the kingdom of the Most High is nigh at hand. All right. So what are these things that we're waiting to witness, or that we are witnessing at this time, to understand that Yahweh Shai is on his way back? And it's simple. It's just as how you able to see that the seasons are changing. It's as simple as knowing that, okay, it's getting colder, it's starting to snow, so I know that winter is coming. Oh, now the snow is melting. Okay, so now it's spring. Okay, oh, now it's getting hotter. Now it's summer. Okay, now the same way that we can see the signs of these things come to pass, the signs of the seasons, the same way it's simple through the signs to see that Yahweh Shai is coming back. Okay, knowing that the end of this kingdom is at hand, and the kingdom of Yahweh is on its way. It says here in Matthew 24:5, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. There are already many false prophets pertaining that they come in the name of the Messiah when they don't. You know, those that prophesy not in the name, or not pushing for the name. You know, even Israelites that don't push for the name. You know, Israelite groups that don't push for the name. You see, So they're deceiving people, man, because we know that it's only through the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that we can be saved. There's only one name under heaven. So if you're pushing that vibration of Christ, you're not pushing the right vibration, right? So it says here, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Okay? See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we've heard of wars and rumors of wars. What's happening in Ukraine? What's happening all over the world? You see tensions with the U.S. and Russia. There, rumors and rumors of wars and rumors of wars. Okay, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdoms, and there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Already the earthquakes is breaking records, man. The number of earthquakes that's been occurring the past 2 years, that's record breaking, man. Okay, we know that there's a famine being orchestrated by the left hand. Okay, even if it's the plan of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and we know that the pestilence, the covert 27. You know what I'm talking about? The covert 27. It was really that in itself is a pestilence. But we know that things even worse than that is about to happen. And if you're not walking in the protection of, if you're not walking in the shadows of the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, you won't be protected in those days, man. Because it says here, all these are the beginning of sorrows. So at that point, we know that Jacob's trouble is on its way too. Right? When you see Jacob's trouble, when you see a time that was never a time of sorrow, a time of distress, such as never had been in humanity, a time of distress such as never had been in humanity, then you know that you're in Jacob's trouble. One thing that we like to say is that you don't have to ask when if you're in Jacob's trouble, you'll know. Okay, you know that Jacob's trouble is here because you'll be living it. You'll go through it, man. Okay, or at least if you're at least the people around you will go through it. You'll be able to see, as it says in Psalms 81. It's like a Psalms 91. With thine eye, only with thine eyes shall thou see the recompense of those that do not fear me. All right, roughly paraphrasing. All right. See, you shall see 1,000 fall at thy right hand, and 10,000 fall at thy side. We will see. There shall be the Lord is coming back to before even the Lord shows up. A lot of people are gonna be dead. A lot of people are gonna get deleted on before even Yahushua shows up, man. You see, there's gonna be seeing dead bodies around. There's gonna be we're gonna be living in a Walking Dead season 1 type thing. You see, this is literally gonna be Walking Dead, man. To the point where these seeing a dead body is gonna be like a regular Monday unto us, man. You see. Then it says here in verse 9, Matthew 24 and verse 9, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Again, because the persecution is going to come down onto those that are not willing to submit and to worship this wicked system by taking the MOTB. Okay, that also is another signs of the times to come. The devil coming down with great wrath and establishing the MOTB, right? The C-hip, right? And the fact that those that fear the Lord, those that fear him in truth and sincerity are not going to take it. So we're going to be demonized. We're going to be persecuted, right? And that's what's going to happen. So and seeing all these things, we shall know, right? And don't forget also the famine of the word. Because at one point we won't be able to do these videos. We won't be able to go out in the highways and byways. The devil, Isa Edom, is going to make it illegal, right? Under the guise of medical misinformation or hate speech. Under the guise of hate speech, we won't be able to go out in the highways and byways. You see. So those are other signs of the end, signs of the times. You see, meaning prophecy. Those are other prophecies that are signs of the times. Okay, and it says here, then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets shall arise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. See, when all these things, when all this drama, all this evil is happening on the earth, meaning bad time, all this evil is happening on the earth, you shall know. that we're closer and closer unto the end. Salvation is nearer than we believe. Okay, and except those days be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, that those days shall be shortened. All right. So back to 2 Ezra 9:2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, uproars meaning sedition. A lot of people are disregarding their kings, meaning the governors, their presidents, their ministers. They're disregarding them because they realize, you guys have been lying to us. When it's gonna come to understanding that the government is really against us, against the regular Joe, these people are gonna go crazy, man. They're not gonna reverence their princes anymore, man. You see? See, their power is gonna be in their own hands. Okay? And that's why it says the iniquity, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, man. People are gonna be killing each other. There's gonna be race wars. There's gonna be all sorts of madness happening all over the place. That's why it says the day of the Lord is darkness, and only darkness, and no light in it, because there's gonna be so much things happening at the same time. But again, if the Lord is with you, if you're serving the Lord in truth and sincerity, if you have placed your treasures in heaven, okay, the Lord will be. If the Lord is with you, you'll be able to see. Even the people in the world will be able to see that the Lord is with you, because it said what? My servant shall out of the Lord said He will deliver us out of 6 troubles. Okay, and in 7 nothing shall touch us, man. The famine was not made for His servants. Famine was not made for the prophet. Okay, in that time of trouble, when everyone's starving, my servant shall eat. When everyone's thirsty, my servant shall drink, says the Lord, man. All right. So it says here in 2 Ezra 15:5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, as I just mentioned. Okay, these people are gonna go crazy, man. Especially imagine when they haven't eaten in a couple of days. These people that are so that are living deliciously, because that's the way of life that Babylon promotes. To go beyond and above your needs, and to the point that you're lusting, that you're going beyond your needs. You're eating 3-4 times a day. You're already full. You keep eating. The mukbangs and all that other stuff, man. That's what Babylon promotes, man. They live deliciously, and they don't think that bad things can happen unto them. And that's why the day of the Lord is going to attack them, is going to surprise them, is going to hit them unawares. You see? So it says here, 2 Ezra 15:17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And this happened not long ago because of the restrictions due to the pandemic. When we had camp in Montreal, we weren't able to go, man. They stopped us at the border, if you could call it a border. They stopped us at the border, and then they turned us back, and we had to go all the way back in Ontario. Okay, but this was just a prelude. At one point, you might not even be able to go outside, man. This is exactly what's happening in China. In China, they're locking people inside, man. If you're just suspected to be in the same location of someone who has COVID, they snatch your ass, man. They snatch your ass and put you in a FEMA camp, man. You see? And don't think that that's not going to happen here. It is going to happen here, man, because it is written. Okay? It says here, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And if men shall be afraid, how much more you women? You women are going to be through, man. You see? When they realize that the Isa Edom can protect you, Isa Edom has dropped you and is only thinking about himself, then you'll understand. Okay? It says here, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with their sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So the lack of bread is going to give them a motivation. Okay, it's gonna motivate them to go crazy. Okay, they see that you don't. If they see that you have you are doomsday prepping and you have food in your basement and you're not willing to share, they're gonna break in your house, man. They're gonna break in your house. They might kill you for a piece of bread, man. You see, for great tribulation, man. Okay, so people are gonna go through it. You gotta imagine, man. You gotta picture those things, man, because that time is gonna be darkness, man. The Lord says it's darkness, man. Okay. It says here in Matthew 16:2, he answered and said unto them, when it is even, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but ye cannot discern the signs of the time. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the signs of the prophet Jonah. And he left them and departed. So that goes into how they're able to predict the weather. You know, they go on their phone. Okay, it's gonna be hot today. It's gonna be cold today. Or it's gonna snow. This and that. They're able to see these things. But when it comes to seeing the famines, the sedition, seeing, you know, not being mindful of prophecy. You see, these people are not paying attention to prophecy, and this is why they're hypocrites. Okay, they're able to predict the weather, but they can't see that Yahweh is on his way. You can't feel the atmosphere in the air. You see, and again, the sign of the prophet Jonah is us, man, in the highways and byways, telling you to get right. But even then, they don't understand, and they stop their ears. Okay, most people, they stop their ears, man. How many Israelites that we see going to and fro each and every day, not even stopping to even hear the message, right? Each and every day they go by, you know, now not being mindful of the prophecies, man. It says here, but again, even the fact that you have prophets out there, man, it says what in Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence, of evil, man, of bad times to come. And now that there's so many camps out there, even if it's in even if they're not pushing for the 100% truth, just the fact that there's so many people pushing out the Israelite thing, right? And then even more, how much us that are in the Great Millstone or prophet are pushing for the same doctrine, as Great Millstone, the doctrine of Yahweh Shai, okay, the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Just the fact that you have this out there, man, you should have your mind open. You should actually come and inquire, how can I deliver myself from the times to come? How can you, as Ezra says, woe is me, who shall deliver me in the days of those evils? Roughly paraphrasing, right? It says here in 1 Samuel 16:4, and Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem, and the elder of the town trembled at his coming, and said, comest thou peacefully? Because in the old time, in the time of Samuel, they knew when the prophet shows up, it's either for a good news or for a bad news. And right now we're out there pushing forth a vibration of evil to come, and evil is coming. Woe unto you if you do not turn back to the Lord. This is the vibration that we're pushing forth unto the Israelites. But as it says, the world to come is made for a few. Okay, many are gonna perish on this side, man. You see. My phone is about to die, so I'll try to close up soon. It says here in 1 Thessalonians 5:2, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, you know how now everything is going back to so-called normal. You see, now, but just now I heard, I went to work, and they're telling me that the mask mandate is back in effect. It is strongly recommended. You know, it's not a must, but it's strongly recommended. But now, the devil works in gradualism. So today it's a recommendation, and tomorrow it's a must. You have to. Where's your mask? You can't get in without your where's your C-hip? You don't have your C. No. Get out of here, man. You can't buy or sell. You see? But for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day